Moite. Welcome to the show. And we will be looking at some of the headlines across the papers on the show today. And we start off with the Punch newspaper. And the headlines here says local government autonomy, federal government threatens contempt suits against errant governors. And still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu presents 2025 budget to National Assembly. And tax reform, APC governors may meet National Assembly, ACF raises panel. And still on the Punch newspaper, State hold Abuja House demolitions. House Lane, Niger, ex-Pem Sec back 18-year-old suspect before that. And we move on to the Tribune newspaper. NEC to decide on state police in January. And Tinubu to present 2025 budget to National Assembly on Tuesday. Tampering with LGA funds, impeachable offense, AGF Fagbemi tells governors. And many states will implement new minimum wage by January 2025. This is according to the FG, that's the federal government. And Senate orders arrest of Julius Berger MD over road projects. Yes, we move on to Daily Trust's newspaper. It leads with the election story. INEC seeks legal backing for IREF. And Senate bars Wiki from demolition structures in FCT. Court backs state police as NEC defers decision to January. And for some sports stories here, Chelsea maintained perfect Conference League. Guardiola sucking the football out of Grealish. And back home here, Kanu to partner FAAN for perishable product exportation. And Governor Yusuf sacks SSG Chief of Staff, 5 commissioners. We move on to the Nation newspaper. Tampering with council funds, impeachable offense. That's from the federal government. And FG to commence testing of mineral samples locally. And that's from Dr. Dele Alake. Tinubu to present budget estimates on Tuesday, just like we've seen in other papers. Alea to hold town hall meetings on tax reform bills. Governor Ayesent Alea is the governor of Benue State. And Nnamdi Kanu likely for release soon. And Wike threatens revocation of defaulters' land. And governors embrace state police. We move on to Leadership newspaper, and it leads with the story Insecurity. We are ready for state police, governors. And stakeholders seek enhanced auditors' involvement amid financial disruption. FG issues 6 Sukuk bond worth 1.1 trillion naira for 124 roads. And council inaugurates committees for Port Harcourt growth. Disquiet in NCAA over appointment of substantive DG. For loan recovery efficiency, CBN to integrate mortgage microfinance banks into GSIs. And also PVCs no longer compulsory for voting, says INEC. This day newspaper is next now, and according to Governor Obasani, virtually all states support state police. Deliberation is in January. ACF constitutes committee to study bills on tax reform. And Labour Party heads to court, warns seat of defectors declared vacant in National Assembly. PENCOM seeks to rejig micro-pension policy, projects 22 trillion naira pension assets by year-end. And House investigates alleged mismanagement of $232 million World Bank loan. And German agency urges Tinubu to restore peace in Southeast by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Enugu government, Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council seal strategic partnership deal. And the federal government is committed to rebuilding healthcare system. This is coming from the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. And Ekiti State targets funding recurrent expenditure with IGR. 2025 budget steering Edo towards prosperity. And so many other stories here on the front page of this day newspaper. Yes, we move on to the Vanguard newspaper now, and it leads with the tax story. Tax reform bills divides governor. And PVC should no longer be sole requirement for voting, coming from INEC. And LG Autonomy will jail officials helping governors divert allocation, federal government. And Tinubu to present 2025 budget on Tuesday. Senate to Wike stop further demolitions in FCT. PVC should no longer be sole requirement for voting. This is from INEC. And we move on to the Guardian newspaper now, and this is from the health sector. More men losing prostate cancer fight to hefty cost and late detection. FCT delays as governors OK State Police take final decision in January. Federal government issues ultimatum to developers on Lagos shoreline. And local airlines roll out higher airfares for festive peak period. And stop demolition spending investigations, Senate tells Wike. An MPA projects 30% growth in trade volume by 2030. FG issues 6 Sukuk bonds worth 1.1 trillion naira to finance 124 road projects. Nigeria-France economic partnership deals must go beyond signatures. And still staying with the Guardian newspaper, Nigeria requires $500 billion to achieve net zero goal, secure $16 billion commitment. And 2027, INEC plans shift to digital accreditation in new electoral reform. Airline operators project lower cost of operation, and NIPOP assures Southeast residents of safety during yellow tide. Ohaneze youth defend Kanu over SEDC board appointment. And SANU joins ASU to cripple activities at Taraba University. Benue government seals strategic partnership deal. And in Edo State, the current government and the past administration of Godwin Obaseki are disagreeing over committee's alleged project inflation. And German president meets Lagos startup entrepreneurs. Man backs 10 years over sexual assault on minor. Group laments rising rate of domestic violence, strained parents-child relationship. And 2 are arraigned for peddling false information in River State. Police conduct shooting range in Ogun next week. And communal conflict claims 6 lives in Ebonyi State. Osun Oyo Custom Command intercepts illegally imported foreign macaroni. And Red Cross, Federal Road Safety Corps, others launch campaign against road crashes. NGF, others endorse Niger Entrepreneurship Academy. And fan stakeholders rally behind carbon emission reduction plan. And airline laments $1.7 billion stock fund in Pakistan, Algeria, Europe, Ethiopia, and others. All right, and we move on to penpushing.com, and it leads with the story: Nigeria police recovers 129 million counterfeit currencies. If you want the details, the place to go is penpushing.com.ng. And still staying with penpushing.com, stop demolition of buildings in Abuja. Your action is not in line with court rulings. Senate tells Wike. Okay, and still with penpushing.com, drug law agency commences investigation on suspected substandard Dekins amoxicillin capsule. And still staying with penpushing.com, Nigeria Red Cross Society seeks government, citizens, moral and financial support. Well, those are the headlines from across the papers this morning. We'll take a short break and the program will return in a moment. Please don't go away.
Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life. Hello, Abuja.
Oya o my people, make una come gather here. Which kind tori una wan hear on top radio? Wetin dey catch fire on top social media? Bring am on top Make We Talk Am for Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja every Monday go reach Thursday, and the time na 5:10 wey be 10 minutes after 5. Make we talk am as e dey be.
so much for staying tuned. It's still Newspaper Review on Citizen 93.7 FM here in Abuja. Welcome to the second half of the show. And this is where we look at some of the stories in details. We start off with the Punch newspaper. Local government autonomy, federal government threatens contempt suit against errant governors. The Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, has issued a stern warning to state governors by passing the Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy, threatening to seek a contempt of court suit if the defiance continues. Fagbemi stated this in Abuja on Thursday at the 2024 annual conference of the National Association of Judiciary Correspondents. The Supreme Court on July the 11th delivered a landmark judgment affirming the financial autonomy of 774 local government areas in the country and stopping governors from further control of funds meant for the council. The Apex Court also directed the Accountant General of the Federation to pay local government allocation directly to the account as it declares a non-remittance of funds by the states unconstitutional. So that's it from the front page of the Punch newspaper. Local government autonomy, FG threatens contempt suit against errant governors. And also staying with the Punch newspaper, Tinubu presents 2024 budget to National Assembly on Tuesday. President Bola Tinubu will present the 2024 budget next Tuesday, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio has disclosed. Akpabio made this known during the announcement at the Thursday plenary of the Senate. He said the budget presentation will take place at the House of Representatives chambers. Further informed lawmakers that plenary will be at 10:30 a.m. to allow senators to meet in the red chamber before moving in procession to the House of Representatives chamber, where the budget will be presented. So that's it. Tinubu presents 2025 budget to National Assembly on Tuesday. And still staying with the Punch newspaper, State Police, NEC resumes talk January. Governors Summit report. And we have it that all the 36 states have submitted their positions on state police, with a majority agreeing on the need for state-controlled policing. The governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani, revealed this to State House correspondent on Thursday after the 147th meeting of the National Economic Council at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. However, the council deferred final discussion until January, when a detailed report from the NEC Secretariat will be presented for deliberation. And still staying with the Punch newspaper, we move on to election matters. INEC to phase out PVCs, plans diaspora voting. The Independent National Electoral Commission has proposed sweeping reforms to improve the country's electoral system, following lessons learned from the 2023 general elections and subsequent off-cycle polls. Among the reforms being proposed are diaspora voting and phasing out of the use of permanent voter card during elections. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakub disclosed this on Thursday during a meeting with resident electoral commissioners. He stated that INEC will soon present these proposals to the National Assembly. He said among the major highlights of the Commission's recommendation is the imperative of legal clarity in results management with regards to manual transfer versus the electronic transmission of results. We move on to the Tribune newspaper now, and many states will implement new minimum wage by January 2025. This is according to the federal government. The federal government has assured that many state governments and the Federal Capital Territory Administration will implement the new national minimum wage by January 2025. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Mohammed Maigari, Ding Yadi gave the assurance during a courtesy visit by a delegation of the Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria at his office. The minister appealed for patience from workers, explained that his ministry was still assessing the compliance level of various states at the implementation has just commenced. He noted that according to information from workers, 4 or 5 states were yet to fully comply, while others had implemented the minimum wage partially. Oh, well, that's all we can take on today's edition of the newspaper review. The program returns on Monday with another edition. My name is Lawrence Omoite. Enjoy the rest of your day.